there, Chris. It's TJ. I just want to make a quick video and show you a few things. I talked to Jamie yesterday, and she had mentioned that you guys were trying to get some more marketing going, and that you've had not as many clients as you would like, I guess, in the first few months, as well as not as many good clients. And so I looked at your website, and there's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. Kind of explain a little bit more about what I do, actually. So I've been a internet marketer for local businesses for the last couple of years on the side. I don't really tell people this typically because I don't try to come off as I'm selling myself, but I just enjoy it, and it's something that I would like to potentially take into a full career at some point. But anyway, so when we're talking about local businesses, there's four or five different main points that I try to stick to as far as getting web traffic and getting a particular company or site ranked in the search engine. So first of all, the number one thing that you want to keep in mind when building a website that you're going to try to get traffic to is authoritative content. What I mean by that is literally the words on the page. So if I go to your website right here, I will show you what I'm talking about. So on here, look, all this text and everything I'm talking about, that is authoritative content. And so when Google and all the other search engines read in their algorithms what's on the website, it auto-populates and basically gives you a higher ranking. So if you Google right now fibromyalgia Salem, Oregon, you're actually several of the top listings, and that's because you mentioned fibromyalgia and you mentioned Oregon a lot in your website, in your web content, and so that's a good thing. Now, targeting keywords is another thing that I wanted to talk about. So this is a keyword planner. It's actually Google AdWords keyword planner. It's free online if you want to go on and kind of search around and stuff. I did a couple searches here, and I typed in fibromyalgia Salem, Oregon first, and to be honest, it's not pretty. So right here is the average monthly search locally. So average monthly search for this one is for Doctors Clinic Salem, Oregon. And as you can see, 320 searches a month. Competition's low. So what that means is that it's not hard to rank for that particular keyword. When you look at myalgia Salem, there's less than 10 searches a month to the point where it doesn't even actually populate how many searches there are. And so I would assume there's probably very, very few coming in. And so that could partially be why you're not getting too many leads. And I know that that's one of the main keywords that you rank for. So keyword choice is a big part of ranking in the local listings and things like that. Let's see here. Another good one would be obviously Salem, Oregon's got 27,000, but it's low. But that's not because yes, it's in your area, but it has nothing to do with medical or doctor or physician or pain or anything like that. So the Doctors Clinic Salem, Oregon's got 170. Salem Clinic Salem, Oregon's got 880. So that could be a good one. Salem, Oregon Hospital is 590. So these are all keywords, obviously, because they're companies that are in the area, and a lot of people know these companies, and so they search for these companies. Now, if we implement some of those keywords into your website, and if you come up as when somebody searches that, it's going to be a lot more likely that you're going to pick up some of those clients out of the 320, 880, 170 than it would um, if you were going to pick them up with fibromyalgia Salem because there's just not that many of them. Now, that's one thing. So that's authoritative content and keywords I'm talking about. Second thing that I want to mention is what's called citations. And citations you can think of as the new age phone book, I would say. So basically, it's online directory listings. The more that you have, the better you're going to rank in the eyes of Google, Yelp, Bing, Yahoo. And so, for example, Google local listings, Bing local listings, Yahoo local, Yahoo My Business, Facebook page, Yelp, all those things are citations. So those are the five main ones. So you have to have those if you're trying to rank. That's just a staple as far as local listings go. I also have a program that I pay for quite a bit of money for actually to automatically populate, I think, 60 more citations. And so basically, if you can have more citations than your competitors in your keyword niche that you're searching for or that you're trying to rank for, you're going to rank higher than them. So that's the second thing. So you got authoritative content, then you got citations. The third thing I want to show you, this is actually one of my sites. If you type in Eugene Limo on Google, this is what pops up. First of all, well, let me backtrack. So there's three types of ads. First of all, these are paid for ads up here, and they're usually yellow. I actually have like a computer virus right now, so they're not. But paid for ad. So what that means is that somebody's paying obviously a lot of money. So every time that I click on that, it's going to cost that person money. So these next ones, so you got paid for ads, and you got the Google local listings. See how several of them with the Google reviews next to them. So if you look here, this is organic, so it's different. But you got paid for listings, and then you have local listings, and then down here are your organic listings. Now, if you look here, your top one, two, three, four, five are listed. This one is actually me, and I built this website about a month ago, maybe 5 weeks ago. As you can tell, I have 11 Google reviews, which I actually paid for those. They're not real reviews, but the reason I do that is because it helps you rank higher on Google. Um, so if you have 5-star reviews, if you see these 4 or 5 here, which ones are you going to call? You're probably going to call this one first because they've got 29 reviews and they're ranked really high, and then the first one. Then you have this one. It has 3 reviews, and it's whatever. This one has 1 review, but then I see the stars again, so that's 11 reviews. So the chances are that I'm going to be getting this guy's going to probably get the majority, and then I'm probably going to get the second most. And that's the beautiful thing about this right here is that it's completely free. Oops, sorry. Um, Completely free listing. Then you have the third, which what I said organic earlier. So organic listings are just the natural population of listings. And again, boom, Eugene Limo. I am right there, #1 in organic, and that's because of several different factors, which is what I'm talking about right now. So you got the authoritative content, citations, and then you got your Google reviews, which is this. And Yelp reviews are actually a big one too. So if you have a Yelp page, getting a lot of Yelp reviews will boost you up in the eyes of Google as well, which will bring on the search engine. The last and final thing that's actually most important is what's called a PBN. And PBNs they stand for Personal Blog Networks. And what that means is that basically a lot of marketers will go online, they'll buy domain names that are expiring because basically the lease of those domains, of those websites is expired, and so they go up for sale. And we go out and we buy them. We actually convert the websites regardless of what they are. We don't care. We convert them into blog sites where we blog on and we talk about whatever the heck we want to talk about. But the most important thing that you do then is you take, for example, I'll take eugenelimo.org and insert it into one of my blog posts. And what that does is it basically takes all the juice and all the power of that old authoritative website that ranks really well and kicks it right to my company, right to my website. And it's basically literally like putting your website on steroids because it just absolutely shoots at the top. And as you can see with my ranking right here, that is why I'm right there. And it also helps with your local listing ranking as well. So if I put 1 or 2 more PBNs, which I will in the next few weeks, and the more time you give it to, the higher you're going to rank. So I'll probably be up here at the top within the next few weeks to a month or so. Finally, the last thing, real quick, sorry, that I also wanted to talk about is I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I actually paid a lot of money for a class to start to learn how to do this. And that class, they created a Facebook group, and everybody's still active in the Facebook group. It's actually pretty cool. We have over 400 members now across the world, and we always share Google reviews, share Facebook pages, all those things. And so if I, take my Facebook page, or actually take your Facebook page for Pain Puzzle, or pain, fibromyalgia, neuromuscular pain center, and put it on there, automatically within the next day or two, you're going to get 50 to 100 to 200 likes, and that's going to boost you up high in the eyes of Google too. And I can always trade Yelp reviews, Google reviews for free with these people. I'll write them one, they write me one. So that's just another added bonus that you would get if we're able to work together. But anyways, so obviously I talked about a lot of things, but I'd like to, if you're interested to talk more in depth about stuff too, I just kind of wanted to give you